Hello, and welcome to the Greenbrier, situated amid the breathtaking Allegheny Mountains of West Virginia. Today, we are going to be exploring the history, interior and exterior architecture, and the decorative styles of the neoclassical historical landmark and world-class resort that has been welcoming guests from around the world since 1778. Let's get started. The natural mineral springs that first drew guests over 225 years ago continue to lure visitors to the 11,000-acre luxury resort today. With a guest list that includes over 28 of the United States presidents, this resort has served as a favorite destination of royalty, celebrities, and world-renowned business leaders. Built in the neoclassical and federal architecture style, the resort was originally built to bring guests into the White Sulphur Springs to take the waters to restore their health. In 1858, White Sulphur Springs' well-established status as the America's most desirable social resort leads to the designer-build construction of the first large hotel. The resort standing behind me is now owned by the Justice Family Group Company, with interiors finished by famous Dorothy Draper. The Greenbrier's stately grandeur is unmistakable. With its sprawling Georgian architecture, meticulously manicured gardens, ballrooms, sweeping staircases, and lavishly distinctive decor, this all makes America's resort unlike any other in the world. The Greenbrier embodies its neoclassical Georgian architecture with its grandeur of scale, its symmetrical shape, simplicity of geometric forms, tall rising columns, and large paned windows. The building's design features triangular pediments on either side of a central colonnaded porch, with Roman Tuscan columns supporting a triangular pediment. Found at the center of this pediment is an Eau de Boeuf window. The facade of the building consists of elaborate embellishments like Corinthian pilasters and oval balconies found only on the fourth story. To impart a sophisticated impression, this grand structure is balanced with an oval botanical garden extending out front that changes with the seasons. As you enter the building, Dorothy Draper's touch is seen throughout the space with the imaginative use of vibrant colors, floral patterns, and bold contrasts. These all reflect the luxury of space, elegance, and add a sense of history in every detail. As you enter the front doors into the lower lobby, extravagant combinations of colors and patterns catch your eye. In the center of the carpet is a printed emblem of the Spring House, honoring the resort's central attraction. The split-level stairs allow guests to travel upward to the upper lobby or below to the casino mezzanine level. As you continue down, chic oversized black Belgian marble and veined white Georgian marble floors are laid on the diagonal. Dorothy contrasted the neutral flooring with bright colors on the walls and covered sofas and chairs in the punched-up colors she loved. In the stairwell going down to the casino level and on a concourse called Greenbrier Avenue, one of Draper's most famous wallpaper designs is featured, called Brazilians. This is a chic banana leaf motif that she dreamed up for the Palacio Quitenda Hotel in Brazil. This tropical pattern has become synonymous with the decorator, and it has inspired a legion of imitators. From the lower level, a curved imperial staircase invites guests to travel upwards into the upper lobby. Lined with Hollywood-styled red carpet, this grand staircase features a white iron scroll balustrade. The staircase walls are sheathed in two of French manufacturer Zuber's wallpapers, the American War for Independence and Views of North America. These are both later used in the White House. At the top of these stairs is the distinguished garden room just off of the main upper lobby. Here, guests are welcomed by a pianist who complements the atmosphere of such classical design. Carlton blue is the cheerful shade that Draper selected for the walls of the garden room. Colonial drapery, such as the floral swag valances and panels, add pattern to the solid blue walls. The garden room is placed at the center of the back courtyard and offers access through 4 French doors. The trellis lobby is an exceptionally feminine room, with a carpet of deep pink roses on a green background, through which lavender trellis ribbons course. The chairs are upholstered predominantly in Draper's pink and white chinoiserie trellis and the firm's Jefferson blue and white stripes. The room sings with pinks, greens, and blues. The Victorian writing room directly contrasts with the adjacent trellis lobby room. Here, the walls are red, the carpeting is deep green, and the chairs are upholstered in a signature print of Draper called Fudge Apron. In this room, we see moody tones of darker woodwork incorporated and a black marble fireplace that catches the eye in the center of the room. Below the gold clock in the clock lobby are wide stenciled Jefferson blue and white striped walls, a floral sofa, and 2 chairs upholstered in peacock blue. Wood and plaster swags surround the simple gold clock, adding a touch of elegance to this room. Beyond the clock lobby, guests are invited to travel through the hallway towards the dining area. In this hallway, colors of deep green line the walls, and we see the signature Brazilian print used yet again on the carpet. Elaborate gold swags and valances are complemented with white chiffon curtain panels. Chairs are embroidered in red velvet paisley fabric, and the sofa is a rich cream velvet using the same paisley pattern. The long hallway leads to the main dining room, in which we see the dark green patterned carpet continued. 8 large green and white crystal chandeliers hang as the focal point of this space. Romance and rhododendrons was Dorothy's theme for the Greenbrier. This was a way to honor West Virginia's state flower, and it's seen all throughout the hotel. The presidential suite is the most spacious and luxurious of all the Greenbrier suites. It is much like a home, with 7 bedrooms that occupy 2 floors. The suite is entered through a private foyer off the Virginia wing and features a library, den, large living room with a grand piano, reception foyer, private patio, and an impressive dining room. The presidential suite held up its name when President Dwight D. Eisenhower held a North American conference there. In addition, it has been the residence of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor and many other notables of society. The rooms throughout this space are of Technicolor. Draper's signature designs were meant to captivate such noble guests, such as the red carpeted spiral staircase and the gold chandelier centered above. The rhododendron wallpaper in the entryway nods to the West Virginia state flower. The Greenbrier's history begins in 1778 when the first guests came to the White Sulphur Springs to restore their health. In the early 1800s, a cottage community grew into a very fashionable place to gather. At this time, the resort was accessed by stagecoach and consisted of cottages only. These included Paradise Row, Alabama Row, Baltimore Row, and the Colonnade Estate House, which are still in use today. The first hotel on the property opened in 1858 and flourished with guests ranging from politicians, diplomats, ministers, to 5 sitting presidents. During this period, the resort's reputation as the Great Southern Summer Social Gathering Place was established. The Greenbrier is also the site of a massive underground bunker that was meant to serve as an emergency shelter for the United States Congress. This top-secret U.S. government fallout shelter was buried 720 feet underground beneath the West Virginia wing. This bunker featured intentional and functional design for the highest level of protection. The entrance to the bunker is through a 28-ton door. A variety of specialty rooms were in place, such as surgical rooms, decontamination chambers, and a television production studio. The size of this bunker comfortably fits 1,100 members. The bunker remained a secret until 1992, when a reporter from the Washington Post exposed the information and terminated the ability for the bunker to exercise its original intent to protect the U.S. Congress. The space's lease was then handed back to the facility of the Greenbrier, where it was turned into a museum in which guests can tour. The Cold War bunker is a large portion of the resort's history, and the history of the resort continues to expand as years go by. The resort was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1974, and in 1990 it was declared a National Historic Landmark. Combining graciousness of the past with exceptional comforts of today, the Greenbrier widely stands as an impressive place of premier accommodations. The architecture of the Greenbrier is summarized as eclectic and noble and stands synonymous with the world-class, authentic Southern hospitality that will continue to bring in guests from around the world for centuries to come.